Hi class and welcome to week 3 of KIN 353, Care and Prevention of Athletic Injuries. Today I'm just going to cover the two assignments that you have due this week. Just wanted to make sure I was clear and that you guys are all on the same page so that we're all turning in the same assignment. The first portion is going to be your reflection, which is about popular exercises. And then you're also turning in your assignment 1, which is on ankle taping. So for this first reflection, you're supposed to find a new or popular exercise that has to do with the sport that you chose, and it focuses on one of the joints that is involved in the type of exercise that your athletes would be doing. So, or I'm sorry, with the injuries that are involved. So, for example, if you have basketball and ankle sprains is one of the common injuries, then you're going to find an exercise that has to do with ankle or calf strengthening. And I'd like it to be something novel, so something pretty unique that may be popular amongst the exercise community. Not something that has been around for a long time. Because what we want to do is explore some of the new type of workouts, exercises that are being promoted. Because a lot of the people that you're going to be working with or athletes that you'll be working with are going to have these type of questions like, hey, what do you think about this new workout? For example, when CrossFit came out, a lot of athletes were wondering if that's something that would benefit them as far as improving their sport of if that would be football or basketball or whatever that may be. So that's why I want it to be something more unique and novel. And with this reflection, what you're supposed to do is write 250 to 350 words, which is due by Thursday night. And you're supposed to discuss this exercise and kind of explore, is it a good idea or bad idea to include this as part of your athlete's exercise regimen or rehab regimen. And then you're supposed to include a link of the video of this exercise. So that could either be done by you, or if you find it online, like on YouTube, that's fine as well. So again, discuss the advantages and disadvantages of the exercise. The other portion of this is making sure that you respond to two classmates' posts by Sunday. And what you're supposed to do is, obviously, you do want to critique it. You do want to make sure that you're being respectful, though. And when I say critique it, that means analyze and synthesize it, meaning take the information that your classmate gave and then maybe expand upon it, and then maybe add some questions to it. For example, if you gave a certain ankle exercise, or I'm sorry, your classmate gave a certain ankle exercise, some of the things that you would ask would be like, well, what about if there's a pretty severe ankle sprain, when would you implement this exercise? Would it be pretty early on in the rehab process or later on? Because remember, if you're dealing with an athlete that just sprained his ankle, maybe the exercises that your classmate is promoting may not be the best option. So those are the type of questions that you want to be asking. The other part of this is that in each of those posts that you're responding to a classmate, you want to have a credible source, which means you're going to have to go to respected source such as the NATA, NSCA, NASM, or ACSM websites. And there are journal articles as well. You're going to want to read those and bring maybe new information to the response and the post to further the discussion. Maybe there's a research article that you found on the type of exercise that your classmate is discussing, and maybe it describes it as an ineffective exercise, and maybe you bring this up in a way that's like, hey, look, here's a credible source that's saying, hey, this exercise may not be that good. So all this is to kind of get you guys thinking and get you guys discussing the type of resources that as you become a professional, your clients, your athletes are going to be asking you about, because they're going to expect you to be the expert. Okay, moving on to the assignment 1 portion. Here you're going to record yourself taping a volunteer's ankle, which means you're going to need some pre-wrap and some athletic tape, which is a 1.5 inch, or I'm sorry, 2.5 inches. And you are going to go step by step through each portion of the ankle taping process, and which you can find in your textbook, the procedure that you're going to have to do. And you're going to be verbally explaining each step. And um, I do expect for you to complete each of the steps, so making sure that you don't miss any of it. For example, going from placing the pre-wrap first, and then putting um, your cover strips, and then your stirrups, and then your anchors, and followed by your figure eights and your heel locks, and then covering up anything else. So I do expect you to do that. Now, I don't expect it to be perfect because, this may be the very first time that you're taping someone, so I don't expect it to be perfect, but I do expect you to go through each step, just to make sure that you guys have read, the protocol in your textbook, and that you've also viewed the video that's been put up there of how to tape an ankle. But again, I don't expect it to be super clean or anything like that. So just try your best. That's all I'm asking for. The other portion of this is that you're going to explain two different rehabilitative exercises for an ankle sprain. And you're also going to have your volunteer demonstrate these exercises. And you're going to describe how many sets, reps, and times per week you would prescribe these exercises for an athlete that's coming off an ankle injury. Now, you don't have to do that many sets, reps, and like the whole workout. You just have to demonstrate each exercise at least once, so we can get an idea of the exercise. So, some guidelines: you and your volunteer must appear in the frame. Make sure that you dress professionally, like as if you are an athletic trainer or a physical therapist, and that you're treating your patient. You must use anatomical terminology throughout the whole video, and I've put this on a lot of the feedback that I've given you already in your papers. So this is a common theme. Make sure that you guys are writing with correct anatomical terminology, and that you're also speaking with that terminology in any of the assignments that are due where you're recording yourself. The other portion is that you got to make sure that your audio is working correctly. So after you've done your recording, or even if you want to do like a practice one, just to check your audio. Make sure you play it back and make sure that it's audible and that you can play it on different computers. Because if I can't hear what you're saying, then that's going to cost you some points. The other portion to this, I didn't put it on any of these bullet points, but it is on the instructions. You're supposed to, on a document which you're going to submit, on the link to this assignment, you're supposed to write out the rehabilitative exercises with the sets, reps, and times per week, and describe the exercise. So you're going to write that out. And on that same paper, or in that same document, that's where you can put the link to the video of you demonstrating the ankle tape job. So that's pretty much all I got for you. I hope this helped explain a little bit about the assignments. If you still have questions, by all means, please reach out to me. And I wish you guys the best. Have a great week.